Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Sultanate and Korea signed an agreement for mutual exemption of visa for diplomatic, private, and service passport holders. A pilot project using electricity infrastructure to provide high-speed internet services is launched in the wilaya of Boshar. And unifying the readings of X-rays and reducing the gap in the diagnosis of diseases are the center of discussion of the second X-ray analysis conference in the Governorate of Dakhiliya. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. In the Korean Foreign Ministry in the capital Seoul, an agreement is signed for mutual exemption of visa for diplomatic, private, and service passport holders between the Sultanate and the Republic of Korea. As per the agreement, the holders of these types of passports are allowed to enter, stay, leave, or pass through the two countries without getting a visa for a renewable period of 90 days. It is worth to note that the ordinary passport holders of both countries can get into the country without stamping the entry visa while arrival in airport, and it is effective for a month. It was signed from the Omani side by His Excellency Mohammed bin Salim Al Harthi, Sultanate's ambassador to the Republic of Korea, and from the Korean side by His Excellency Chu Tae-yong, Deputy Foreign Minister. Oman Broadband Company OBC launched in cooperation with Oman Electricity Transmission Company and the Telecommunications Regulatory Authority a pilot project to provide high-speed internet services through the use of the communications infrastructure of the electricity companies, namely the fiber optic cables of the high-voltage towers in the wilaya of Boshar, Hammam al-Sunab. The pilot project is a good step by OBC to use the power transmission cables of the electricity companies rather than digging and laying new cables, which contributed in reducing the time, effort, and cost. The station provides a 40 Mbps internet connection compared to 3 Mbps. Unifying the readers of X-rays and reducing the gap in the diagnosis of diseases is among the general physicians and radiologists were the center of discussion of the second X-ray analysis conference. The event was organized by the Directorate General of Health Services in the Governorate of Dakhiliya, with wide participation by specialists in the Sultanate. It also aimed to develop the skills of radiologists in the Sultanate's health establishments and equate other medical categories with a significant aspect of X-ray. Around 300 participants from various medical categories took part in the conference. In the wilaya of Haima, the Ministry of Civil Service conducted written tests and personal interviews for the announced jobs for the Governorate of Wusta. They were carried out in Haima School for Basic Education, including 35 vacancies competed by 201 citizens. The candidates were examined according to rules and procedures of Central Employment System, followed by the Ministry of Civil Service electronically. Still to come in our news bulletin. An exciting competition was witnessed at the annual race of traditional rowing boats in the wilaya of Al-Musana'a. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Holy Quran memorization competition was concluded in the Wilaya of Nakhal at the Governorate of South Batana. The four-level competition witnessed a wide participation from the youth that reflected the attention paid to the Holy Quran in terms of memorizing and reciting it. It came to highlight the role of the Holy Quran in the life of students, in addition to embodying the strong relations between the Muslims and the Holy Quran, especially in the Omani society. The ceremony included various activities, namely religious poems, lectures, and others. At the end, the winners were honored so as to exert more efforts in this field. Ingraining the culture of dealing with disabled students among special education program workers was the most significant aim of the 6th Educational Forum. The two-day event was organized by the Directorate General of Education in the Governorate of Musandam. It also aimed to develop the professional skills of male and female teachers of special education program and exchange expertise among them. Several work papers were presented that focus on ways and methods to teach this important segment of the community and deal with them in the best way. The forum also discussed challenges facing their teachers and parents with regards to education. The annual Camel and Horse Festival shows were held in the Wilaya of Ibra under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Taimur bin Badr Al Said. It witnessed a wide attendance from citizens of the Wilaya and those interested in such traditional events. It included many activities and shows where the participants performed the arts of Al-Rasha, Al-Azi, and other famous dances, among many other singing arts. The horse riders performed different physical skills while riding in addition to Al-Arda run. The participants expressed that such events are considered significant to preserve such sports and the Omani heritage. The annual race of traditional rowing boats was held at the Sports City located in the Wilaya of Al-Musana. The race is organized by the Ministry of Sports Affairs. This event aims to activate marine activities at the Sports City due to its remarkable location, in addition to maintaining marine potential and engaging Omani youth as well as citizens of Al-Musana and neighboring wilayas in such events. The race included 3 categories of boats, mainly the 30-feet boats with 10 rowers sailing for 3 kilometers distance, the category of old rowing boats with 10 people sailing for 2 kilometers, and the category of small shosh boats made of palm fronds sailing for half kilometer. At the end of the race, traditional arts were performed, followed by distribution of awards to the winners of the race.
أولا سباق قوارب التأليف
Now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning along the governorates of Buraymi, Dhahira, Wusta, and Dhufar. Winds will be northwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate and Korea signed an agreement for mutual exemption of visa for diplomatic, private, and service passport holders. A pilot project using electricity infrastructure to provide high-speed internet services is launched in the wilaya of Bosha. And unifying the readings of X-rays and reducing the gap in the diagnosis of diseases are the center of discussion of the second X-ray analysis conference in the Governorate of Dakhiliya. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.